Welcome back. Thank you. Welcome back to our afternoon session. I'm Jane Royer, the director of the Volunteer Center, and I want to introduce the other individuals who are facilitating with me today. The first one is Janelle Hill. Janelle does not work for the Volunteer Center. We wish she did, but we haven't been able to achieve that yet. But she's going to help us out with our presentation today. And Jessica Ganyu. Jessica works in the Volunteer Center, and she is the creative voice around some of our communications that we send out from the Volunteer Center. And then Charles Archie. Charles is just new to the Volunteer Center. He came in January, and he brings communications and business background, which is very helpful to us as well. So our subject today is volunteer solutions. And we want to talk about the fact that the Volunteer Center is a resource to you. Volunteer centers exist around the country, and their goal is really to build the infrastructure for local volunteering. So we want to be a resource to you as you decide how you want to develop your partnerships, which direction you want to go in, and then help you make those connections with organizations that you want to serve. We're going to start today with a little activity, so I'd like you to stand up. And what I'd like you to do is listen to a series of questions. If you can answer yes to the question, you can remain standing. If your answer would be no, then you can sit down and remain sitting for the rest of the questions. Okay? First one. Are you aware of the Volunteer Center as your local resource for volunteering? Sounds like you are. I just said that, didn't I? Have you visited the Volunteer Center website or Volunteer Solutions? Have you ever had a personal phone or email conversation with one of the staff in the Volunteer Center? Me, Charles, or Jessica? Are you registered on Volunteer Solution as a volunteer, agency, or company team leader? All right.
Okay, if you're still standing, congratulations. You're the winners of our activity. Your special prize today is we're going to ask you to help us facilitate the laptops that are on the table so that your group can follow along. And we do know that the screens on the laptops do swivel, so if you want to use that capability, you can twist it around so people can see. Yeah, that group over there we go. Somebody's got to take charge. You can open, if it's not open, you can just open the web browser, and Jane has kindly put up our websites on the screen here.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I did that too soon.
We're going to have our two websites up so you can follow along. If you have your own personal laptop, feel free to use that as well. There they are. So the Volunteer Center website or Volunteer Solutions.
Okay. I wanted to introduce you to our new United Way website. We just unrolled this in about February. We have, of course, as you would know when you do something like this, we have a little technical difficulty, but please overlook that on the screen. But what we tried to do with the website is we really wanted to be the one-stop shop for everybody's news and information about volunteering. So we created the site in an open source software that was very easy to use and add content to. And so you can see that we have this spot for news and information on the website. And so we are updating this constantly with information that may help you in the work that you do. But even more than just having a place where everybody could go for information, we also wanted people to be able to publish on the site. And so we actually have individuals who are contributing to the site and adding content for us. So we have a company person, we have several nonprofit people, some groups that participate a lot in the community who are contributing. So really everyone is welcome if they have something to add to the conversation about volunteering and service. So if you would like to become a contributor to the site, please let us know and we'd be happy to tell you how you can do that. The other thing we wanted to do was to link seamlessly to Volunteer Solutions. Volunteer Solutions is our web-based volunteer matching system. We've been using Volunteer Solutions since 2002. We have 150 nonprofit organizations that use this site regularly. Last year we had over 30,000 unique visitors to the site. So it is really a place where people can go to find those volunteer opportunities, those compelling opportunities, those skill-based volunteer opportunities that they are looking for. And so at this point, I want to have each of the co-facilitators come up, and they're going to show you the site, just kind of walk you through the site from the point of view of each of our stakeholders. So Janelle will be speaking on the part of nonprofit organizations.
Thank you, Jane. All right, I think we're set there. You have a handout to follow along with, and I'm the green page on that. So I've summarized a couple of the views that I really just wanted to get across in case I didn't mention them while I'm speaking. But basically, I am with Arbor Circle, and we are a United Way partner agency, and we've been using Volunteer Solutions since 2003. I've been in the position since 2004, so they started a little bit before I took over that role. And what I wanted to do today is just give some perspective of how our agency has benefited and how I think that your agencies could put Volunteer Solutions and the Volunteer Center to use. So in looking at that front page, I really just want to reiterate what Jane already said, that the Volunteer Center and the Volunteer Center website are really a resource for volunteer managers and volunteer agencies. I really appreciate that one-stop shopping. We're bombarded with information, and even if you're on all of the listservs and email lists and you're really connected to the state and the national volunteer centers, I think it is important to know where to go to help to sift through all of that, because you don't have time. I know I don't have time. So even if you have all the access to those resources, you're probably missing a lot. So by going to this one place, they help to really focus what's important at our local and our state level. I know we posted about the summit, and some people found out about the summit that way. We posted about the Voices for Volunteerism event that happened. That was where the state Volunteer Centers of Michigan came and asked questions of local stakeholders. So there's a lot of resources going on, and I think that's really a valuable portion from an agency perspective that they can kind of sift through. And I know that even if I don't get to all the different listservs and emails of the week, I can stop here and make sure that I'm in the loop. So the one piece that I want to start with is going to this For Nonprofits tab. So this sort of summarizes everything that would be applicable to the nonprofit and the agencies. It reiterates that whole idea of having a resource, talking about the local news and different partner organizations that they're connected with. So the Volunteer Management Association is one of the partner groups. So whenever we have different events or socials or something like the summit, we make sure that Jane and the Volunteer Center staff know about it and that they can post and spread the word. By being connected and having your agency linked to the site, you're also able to get those listservs and those emails. So even if you're not stopping and checking the site on a daily basis, when important news happens, they're going to make sure that you're aware of that. I also like that they have all these helpful, handy links. So again, that one-stop piece that we're going to talk a little bit about the Day of Caring, and that deadline is coming up really soon. So if you want to be in the loop on the Day of Caring, this project request form is right here for you. You have direct links to the Nonprofit Good Practice Guide, which I know was mentioned in an earlier session. So all those handy things that if you don't want to keep track of everything, you don't have everything bookmarked, you just know that if you go here, you're going to find the right place. The other piece that I want to move on to is the volunteer recruitment piece. So in looking at posting volunteer opportunities, Volunteer Solutions is the database that is linked to the United Way site. And what I'm going to do is log in for my agency. Let's see, there we go, good. Okay. It shouldn't take long. Okay, there we go. So this pulls up my actual agency site. And once you're registered, it's up to you how active you're going to be and how many opportunities you're going to post. At the moment, although this is going to change because I know I'm brainstorming a lot today, but at the moment I actually am focused right now on just one opportunity, which is our mentoring program, and that's for our youth services. So that's our highest priority at the moment. We just completed a graduation party last week, so that would have been an example of an opportunity that we would have posted on here. So this is a great spot for compiling all those position descriptions and all of the opportunities that you have at an agency level. One of the features that I really like is that I can go to the inactive opportunities. So there are certain things you're going to see on here that I posted quite a while ago. Oops, I want to overload it. So I might have posted something, well, some of them are from 2003, so that's the example of the mentoring. Every time that this comes up for renewal, I've just renewed it because that's been an ongoing opportunity basically since we started. But you can see at our homeless youth, our holiday party, in 2007 I created an opportunity. It was just a one-day event, but instead of erasing that and recreating that every year, I just make it inactive, and then when time comes again, I reactivate that. So you can do that with all your opportunities. If you have things that are just, oh, I'm just looking for one volunteer for something, and then I fill that, then I can make it inactive and just kind of keep that as a database so that you don't have to recreate something every time you come in. It's also handy, although my position hasn't changed, I haven't passed it over to anyone. If there is turnover in your organization, they don't have to go through your files. This is kept up to date and you can just transfer that way. There's also a piece on here with our contacts. And I'm the contact for most of the opportunities, but Margaret, well, you can see my old contact, but Margaret was a contact for our Adopt a Family program. So if you have multiple types of roles in your agency and there's maybe a mentoring referral would go to one person and a clothes closet referral would go to another, you can highlight that so then it will go right directly to their phone number or their email. So if you have a big team that's managing that, or even different departments, especially as we're talking about those skill-based opportunities, I think that's a really nice thing to highlight as well. And then going back, let's see, to my overview. Another handy thing is that in tracking, this website does a lot of the tracking for you. So you can go to the spot where it says view statistics of your listings, and you're going to see, and that number is from since the time we started, so don't be overwhelmed by that. But basically since 2003 when we first signed on, we've had almost 12,000 hits. Just our agency. So that's a real benefit in that I didn't have to do anything necessarily to get those hits. United Way is out there doing their campaigns, they have the billboards, they have the commercials, they're spreading the word about volunteerism and giving back to your community, and then once people get that bug, they're going to go to the website and then they're going to search the opportunities. So they really do a lot of that recruiting for us and save our resources, because I know they're all limited at an agency perspective. Although there are certain things you can do, and I think Jessica and Charles will highlight a few other features that you can link to, but you really can take responsibility to then promote your opportunities once they're posted. So I think that's it for my piece. Any questions from an agency perspective or any feedback from people that are maybe already using Volunteer Solutions? Any clarifications? All right, then I'm going to pass it on to Charles, who's going to talk about college and corporate opportunities.
All right, hello everybody. I am Charles Archie. I'm the program coordinator for the Volunteer Center. And I want to speak with you today about the perspective from the company, so the corporate view, and then also the university perspective as well. And so to start out, I want to go back to the Volunteer Center home. And then we will start with the company page. So company button right there. And so basically what we have here is for all of the different corporate entities, as we would say. But we have this resource for them to come here and to find out anything they need to give back to the community. A lot of the different companies now are saying that we want to be an active person in the community. We want to show that we are involved in community and that we care, and so we would like to give back. And so we put these resources there available for them to do just that. I would like to point out this pyramid here, which if you click that link, it'll make it a lot bigger for you to see. But we start out at the 1-day episodic type of volunteer opportunity that is at the bottom of the pyramid, and you essentially move up to the top spot, which will be a board opportunity. So that is our highest level of service that you can give back, is serving on a board or a committee. And then we also have on the right-hand side here a corporate resource section, which if you clicked here, we have different forms of documents in PDF, Word, or PowerPoint. And so again, we have different companies who like to give back, who want to have different ideas. They may not know how they want to give back. And so we give different resources here. So as you look, you'll see we have different resources for food drives, a food bank. We have volunteer experience reflection. So if you're looking to get reflection back from your employees on how they volunteered, how that experience was for them. So, you know, those are different resources available to you to do so. And I want to just go back really quick. Oops. I want to just go back real quick and also show our corporate spotlight. In the past, we had Amway. We currently have Eaton Air. They have been involved in the community in these types of different volunteer roles. And every so often, once we get a new company who have instilled some of those positive things and given back to the community, we like to highlight that. And so if you click that logo or the link down there, it will kind of give you a brief description of their service and their mission for community. And from there, I want to take you to Project Blueprint. Since we're talking about corporate, you can go here if you're a corporate person or if you're a lead person in the role of your organization or company. We ask that you give us some people or names of people who you think of color. This is what Project Blueprint is for, who like training and information or knowledge to sit on different boards within a community or to sit on those committees. And so this is a place for a resource. And we also have a forum for past graduates to actually come and communicate with each other after they have finished the class. And from here, I want to take you to the fourth volunteer section. And you may not see it right away, but we have a lot of different opportunities or categories under that. But I want to go to our skill-based volunteer. And we talked about this earlier, but you know, skill-based volunteering is what we feel is the new wave of volunteering, that is going to be a lot more volunteer opportunities related to skill-based, especially with our boomer population reaching the stage of where they're going to look for different things to do. And so they have a specific skill. There may be people who are out of work right now who've acquired different skill sets that they would like to now offer to a nonprofit organization as their volunteer. And so I want to point you out to the medallion, which we will definitely talk about and get more intensive of later, but you can actually click to this clickable link here, and that's what I'm going to do right now, and it'll actually take you to our volunteer solutions, which is our online matching system or database system, and it will show you the opportunities specific to skill-based volunteering only. And so I want to just scroll down quickly so you can see some of the titles of the different descriptions of the volunteer opportunities. And as you can see how they are a little more different than maybe some of the typical volunteer opportunities you may have seen or if you have put up there as yourself as different agencies. And from there, I want to show you our calendar tab. And the calendar tab just basically lets you know of what different volunteer opportunities are going on throughout that month. And so you can search by month, different volunteer opportunities that are available. A lot of companies come to us and they say, we want to volunteer around this particular time. You know, what do you have available? Well, this is a good resource where you can come and see what's actually currently going on. And if there was an agency who posted an opportunity that will be in any of those specific dates, it will update in real time. But if you clicked on one of those opportunities, it will actually give you some details about what that opportunity is about. So we'll give you this brief description of the opportunity, how often they would like you to volunteer, and the type of volunteers in which they are targeting. So in this case, it looks like a wide range of people they would like to have there. And then they'll also let you know the date again. I mean, you did click on the calendar, but it also gives you the date, the time of your service that they would like you to give to them, and then also the number of volunteers requested. And so that, you know, we try to make it easy for you to come to that one place and get the information that you need. So if there is any questions that anyone would like at this time? Okay. At the top here, there is another for volunteer solutions. This is the actual navigation bar at the top here. And so if you click the calendar tab, that is what will take you to the different months of the year, and you scroll at the top here. Are there any other questions? Okay.
I see there's a section for companies to sign up for volunteer opportunities. Is there a way for other organizations, say church groups or student organizations, to sign up in a similar manner?
Well, I believe for anyone to sign up, they would have to pretty much log in to Volunteer Solutions to do that. But as the company, if they have a group of people that they would like to get involved, then that is a way that they can go about doing that.
Like log in as a company?
Well, it'll have one contact person at that company who will act as a liaison to get the information. So if you put a committee together for that volunteer group who's going to do that, they would be the head person to channel the information to the other members of the group.
I know as an individual, I've signed up for group opportunities before, so where I've been the contact and then I've said I'm bringing 2 people or I'm representing this group.
I ask because I work at the volunteer center at Davenport, so I have a lot of groups that come to me asking for group opportunities. So if I signed on, would that be a possibility for me to sign up, say, as volunteer center of Davenport and search group opportunities that way?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. All right, well, I'd like to bring Jessica up here now as the next presenter.
Okay, thank you. Yes, as they said earlier, my name is Jessica Ganyut, and I am the Volunteer Center Assistant. And today I'm going to present the third perspective, which is that of a volunteer. I already covered agency, so I'm going to be the volunteer perspective and show you some of the features and benefits of the websites. So I'm going to take us back to the Volunteer Center homepage. And under the For Volunteers section, I just want to draw your attention to the list here. Charles already talked about the skill-based volunteering. We also have created pages for college students, teens, and families. And I'm not going to visit the pages right now because there isn't time, but I encourage you each to take a look. We have put effort into getting some good resources and information, some links, creative ideas, especially for volunteering with families and young children. We worked with the Youth Grant Committee from the Grand Rapids Community Foundation to enhance the teen page. So we're really working on improving the pages. The college page will hopefully feature all of our partner colleges that are here today. Hopefully we'll be able to incorporate their information as well to really make it a comprehensive page. So please visit that when you have time. On the front page, I also want to show you our bloggers. So I'm going to go back to the front page. we have a list of 6 bloggers on there who are providing information for the site. They provide a variety of perspectives on volunteering, and they give insight on how they volunteer in their specific way. A couple of them are parents with children who are also involved in the community. Janelle is one of our bloggers, and she provides the agency perspective. We do have an AmeriCorps member who is on the list, and there is a Peace Corps member who is on the list. And the Peace Corps blogger is actually in the country of Moldova, and she's a teacher there. And so I'm not going to tell you who it is, but I'm going to give you the homework assignment to figure out which one of the bloggers that is, and you can read her story and see what's going on just in her volunteer experience that she's having. And the last, I'll also mention, one of our bloggers is representing the Older Learner Center and sort of the lifelong learning perspective. So we've got a wide range of insights provided by them. On the front page, you can also see our e-newsletters, and we like to feature the last 3 newsletters with links on there. And the newsletter is something we put out once a month, and it's themed, and it could be seasonal or it could be just a different topic we want to highlight. So I just wanted to open this one to show you that every newsletter, the main piece of information on the top are links to volunteer opportunities that are new or maybe go with the theme or have been updated or interesting. So it's a good encouragement for agencies to keep their information updated and have stuff posted, because you never know when we're going to pull it and have it appear in our e-newsletter. So I just thought I would show that information to you. You can also sign up for the newsletter with this handy dandy little link right here. All you have to do is type in your email address and then select the Volunteer Center newsletter on the menu that comes up, and you can be on our list to get our newsletter every month. And the last thing on the home page is I want to show you how quick and easy it is to go to Volunteer Solutions from our home page. A lot of our volunteers would come to this website and then they just want to go directly to Volunteer Solutions. So all they have to do is click on Volunteer Now and they can hop right over. And so I know a lot of people just use that directly. And when you get to the Volunteer Solutions website, I want to show you the search function. And on the main page you can do a quick keyword or zip code search, but I want to show you the advanced search and the capabilities that are there. You can search by basically just about any kind of criteria you have. If you want to stay in your neighborhood, so you can put in a zip code, or if you want to volunteer with children, or maybe you're looking for an opportunity on the weekend or something like that, you can search by those criteria. And I'll show you on the bottom, this is where we have our medallions, those circles and squares. Those represent opportunities that we've designated as matching those different themes. So there you'll see there's the teen opportunities, college, family, the United Way issue areas of income, education, and health, and a few of the other ones on there. So if you just select one of those, you can perform a search based on that. So I'll pick the teen one, and then the teen opportunities will come up. And you can see they all have the orange T for teen. I could also have done a multiple level by saying I want teen opportunities that are working with animals, and it would have shown me opportunities available to teens working with, specifically with animals, and weeded out everything else. So you can use that function. When you go to an opportunity, we have made it really easy for you to share the opportunity and to express your interest. So in this day and age of being connected on all the different levels of social media and things like that, we went ahead and put a share button on here. So you can share this opportunity with your colleagues, with friends, or maybe you want to publicize it yourself. Maybe it's your opportunity for your agency and you want to put it on your Facebook page. You can just go ahead and share it onto Facebook or Twitter or any of the other platforms on there. And you can just go ahead and do that and get the information out there. And we do that quite a bit on our Facebook page. We'll share opportunities too. And the other part on here I just want to show you, Charles already showed you the different things that the opportunity shows, but I wanted to show you the big blue button that says I'm interested in this opportunity. And that's what makes it really easy for someone to express interest. All they have to do is click on that and they'll go to a pre-scripted email that they can send to the agency coordinator, and all you do is put in your email address. You don't even have to be registered or signed up on our site to do it. And that will send an email to them, and you'll be on your way to connecting for that opportunity. So it's really quick and easy to do that. And while I said you don't have to be registered to do that, we do recommend that you register to receive the benefits of all the full benefits of the site. One of them would be to receive email updates and information from us, like our e-news. So, you know, I know you're going to want to register just for that. But the other benefit would be to save some of your favorites and past searches. And I believe I'm logged in here already. Yes, so it says, welcome, Jessica. So I can find my favorites. So I've selected some agencies and opportunities and even a board opportunity that are my favorites. And I can go back to those. So it's just a one-click, quick thing instead of having to search in the search bar, you know, by agency or opportunity. I can just click right there and get it. The other thing that a volunteer can do is you could save your past searches. So that one I specifically made. I named it and I set the criteria, and that one is family volunteering because I have a little boy, and it would be great if I could find some cool family volunteer opportunities. So I set the criteria, and anytime I want to go in and see what's new for family volunteers, I can just click on that and I can save that information. So those are some couple of reasons why we encourage people to register. The last one would be of real benefit maybe to teenagers or college students. It's the ability to log your hours. You can log all the different hours that you have at all the different organizations, and they don't have to be registered on Volunteer Solutions. So if it's maybe a small club or your church or an agency that's not on Volunteer Solutions, you can still go ahead and record that information in here and have those hours in a report that you can have, and you can, you know, turn it in for credit or for whatever reason that you need to record your hours. So that is the last benefit I wanted to share with you, is why it's a good idea to register. And those are the main features and benefits of Volunteer Solutions, sort of from the volunteer perspective. So I just want to see at this time if there's any questions that anyone has for any of us. Yes? I'm going to defer to Jane on that one.
Well, the answer is kind of no, but then maybe yes. There's maybe something else we could do for you. We don't keep a database of volunteers with particular skills. So if you called us and said, I need this kind of person, we wouldn't be able to just pull that up for you. But I do think now with the tools that we have, we could easily post that on the front page of the website. We could share that out on Facebook for you if you didn't use those tools yourself. So I think there would be a number of things that we could potentially do for you that way. Anything else?
I understand that there is a database of volunteer opportunities, which I think is really excellent. Is there also a way to search the agencies that may not necessarily have volunteer opportunities posted at that time, but maybe serve the interest that you are looking to serve?
Well, you can do a quick search on all the agencies and their, can pull that back up. So if you were wondering, you know, if one of your favorite agencies participates on Volunteer Solutions, you could check that way. We also have a list of all our current agencies on the nonprofit tab, just to show you who those are. Does that answer your question?
Very much so.
Okay. I think I said earlier that we have 150 organizations that use the site, but really it's over 200 because some of them do drop off if they don't have an active opportunity. So people are coming and going, but consistently we have 150. And there's some organizations that always have volunteer opportunities and will always be there. Yes.
I just have a comment. I was a little reluctant because we're a faith-based organization, and I like people to come that are faith-based. And I have found that the people who call, who've gone to your website, they're very much, they understand that, they've read it, and I've just been really pleased with the number of people that respond, and they're very appropriate.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah.
It's been great.
I think too that the important thing is spending a little bit of that time up front to articulate those things, so that when people are searching the site, they can easily say, oh yes, this is something for me, or no, maybe that's not the opportunity that I want. And so, and I think people are getting better and better at doing that too. And that's been a real help. Yes, Dina?
You mentioned that there are certain agencies that people can access to find a certain age-appropriate opportunity.
Yes.
How does United Way actually list us agencies then by the information that I put in that says what ages I will accept?
Absolutely.
And that
Yep.
puts me into
Yes.
your side.
Yes. Yes, we have administrative rights on the system, which is another good reason to use the local system. So we review those opportunities and we see what you're looking for, and then we put on the appropriate medallion for you, so that if it's an opportunity available for teenagers, we'll put the T on it. For college students, we have a lot of people who post internship opportunities, and so we mark those for college students with the C, so that's been really helpful too. Anything else? Okay, we have one more thing then we'd like for you to do. Whoops. Now I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, okay, whoops. There. We're going to do a quick scavenger hunt, and that's why you have those laptops there on your tables. We have just a few questions for you, and we'd like you to have someone navigate the system. And for the table that finishes first, what I'd like you to do is just stand up, and then we will give you some Live United t-shirts for that table. So you can go ahead and start. These are the questions. What event is being held on July 18th? What agency is sponsoring the event? How many opportunities appear under the skill-based medallion? And how many documents have been uploaded to the nonprofit resource section of the volunteer website? So, okay, let's see how you do on this. Okay. Well, let's check your answers. Okay. All right. Let's quickly check your answers. Do you want to give the answers? See if you're right with yours. Do you remember what they were?
The event was the tent party at Tunnel Park, the picnic at Tunnel Park.
Okay. Down syndrome? Okay.
42 opportunities, skill-based.
42? You have 42? Okay.
And then 14 documents.
14 documents. Okay. All these people are winners. Okay, you can see, what's that? Well, these two and these two. I hope we have enough. If not, we'll get back to you. So Linda has the t-shirts. We also have some Live United pins if you would like those. And just want to thank you so much for participating.